NIP, though, I don't think they're going to fall. I think they're going to be looking for their 5-0, Scriv.
Yeah, absolutely. This should be another walk in the park for them. They've done the hard work. They've beaten the big teams. And now Double Pony are no pushovers, but certainly should not provide too much of a challenge, particularly with starting on the CT side. NIP, I think, will be flying high right now, and you can see they've got a few different ideas. The 4-man B play to start us off.
A lot of utility coming through for Double Pony, so we could see some fakes, trying to see if they could draw some early rotations. Not a lot of map control gained in the early round. Hampus just lurking out to the bedroom position. Could get spotted off by one of the bridge players, so at least out from second mid, there's some early info for the T's.
Yeah, definitely not looking too bad in that sense. Trying to go for the early peek here. Device jumps across. Spots a couple players out at the very least. Might even have seen the bomb there on his mini-map. Minute and 10 seconds left. We're really moving slowly, and you see, your issue is, guys, you've not done a lot of information hunting. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath here. Boost comes in, but Linus on the jump peak. Really solid stuff, but the kills are going the way of the Glocks. The idea, the theory was not too bad. However, the damage done is absolutely massive. 3 quick kills coming in. Nice find from Device. Of course, he knows his angles. The 4-on-2 retake is not going to be easy.
There's so much util on the post class. Couple of smokes, a molly, a flash. Hampus even swinging out wide. That's not going to happen at all. Jocko finding a couple of kills, and Device just doesn't really have many options, but holding on to the Kevlar, seeing if he could do some further exit damage. Great take to the top of Banana. Over from the half wall, the boost over the top, even getting that goosh down on Device and being able to overwhelm completely. Good start coming through from Double Pony. Nice pace. Entry frags coming through from a galore. And Jocko putting on some good numbers. 3 to start.
Not a bad little pistol player. He's got a pretty good deagle on him as well, to be fair. So, certainly pays dividends doing that kind of practice, having that kind of proficiency. And yeah, Double Pony, step by step, round by round, breathing the sigh of relief that they're not going to have to fight the uphill battle from the get-go. However, will be difficult to make it through this round. We've got a scout. We've got a number of deagles. That's a brave peek from Afro because Hampus was ready for it, but we're on LAN, eh? So all those ideas, all those quick reactions, quick muscle memory moves are solid. Afro, again, as we said, been looking really good, and so far, very crisp.
Yeah, he's one of the best players on this team. Looking to see if they can follow up out from Boiler. Exercise running through the Mac 10. Does get that kill eventually. It did take some time. The bomb's dropped out into the open, so Riz has got eyes on it for the moment. Needs to find another pick, try and see if it can drop again, and it just doesn't happen. Plopsky's the last one left out from this arch side, so best bet's just try and hold on to the CZ. Double Pony, another round where they just don't lose many players.
It's a really good start. It is a really good start, and there you go. Only going to drop the 1, so building up the cash very, very quickly. Hard eco you would expect here, of course, from NIP. And then we'll see, once the rifles come into play, Device saving money to pull out the AWP. You know, they have everything in place, although he will get a deagle into this round, cheeky guy. Flash as well from Hampus. So they've got a couple ideas maybe coming into this round. Device soloing on B, the rest of the boys stacking A with the flash. So curious moves with that deagle. I don't know what he's going to get done with it. We'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words, but as the rush comes in, you know, it becomes harder and harder for him to find that cheeky angle that he's looking for.
And for Device, we know that since joining up with NIP, maybe the consistency hasn't quite been there to the level of Astralis just yet. This event, though, he's been spectacular. He's the second highest rated player, 1.37 average rating across all 4 best of ones he's played so far. He's been pretty much top fragging or second top fragging in every game, and trying to hope that he can do some further damage with the deagle. But of course, we're ready to see him on the big green flash over the top to allow LZ to make a slight peek forward. So far, the Eco Pistol's getting clean.
Yeah, not looking bad at all, as you would expect coming in around like this. You don't really want to be dropping a single player, to be honest with you. And that's going to be the case. So, good stuff from Double Pony. Golf claps all round. But we need to see, of course, this is the true kind of barometer, really, the rifle round.
Yeah, the test, isn't it? I'll be able to get the AWP forward, body Kevlar too. And for NIP, other than their game on Friday against Skate, they haven't really been tested, have they? Fiend, took 4 rounds against them. FaZe took 8 rounds against them. Fnatic 7. All been single-digit scorelines to their opposition.
Yeah, very, very true, to be fair. Worrying stuff for Double Pony. But, you know, you got to put that to the back of your mind, not really dwell on it too much. Can be a bit frightening to consider at the moment. Tit for tat and banana, no kills, no damage, in fact. So, very, very slow here in the beginning.
Plopsky taking the approach of taking the banana pressure away. Device thinking about aggressing forward, keeping some eyes on the brackets angle. And for Double Pony, it just seems to be a set piece into A. They've got no lurk.
Yeah, just going straight for the basic stuff. Well, Device sticking around on that AWP. Going to drop body. Also smoke a bit too deep. Flash is coming in and nice and effective. But it's Hampus on the balcony. Holding strong. The flashes were good for the site, but not good indeed for anywhere else. The rotation's in quickly to help out. And, well, the shoe seems to be on the other foot. Double Pony with 3 near flawless rounds. NIP, their first gun round, they're flawless.
This is a chance now to see, okay, what can Double Pony be like on a default? Because that one right there was just a set piece on A. A couple of players out from the balcony just getting flashed over and not clearing Hamper straight away. It was only after you found that first fight was when they actually realized, and from then it was already too late. NIP, solid defensive, good protocol with the counter utility, and it just seems as if they read that to the D. They knew exactly what was coming against them.
Whoa. Hampus, a little over-aggressive, you might argue. The 1-for-1 could give potential for Double Pony to bounce on that, but there's a lot of members here for the CT side. It's that usual rule that we talk about of even trades being awkward for the CTs. It's kind of nullified a little bit here, although they will have to make a decision, of course. Do we start stacking A or do we split the defense?
You'd have to imagine that Double Pony are just waiting for a mistake, an over-aggressive peak, some sort of way forward with the utility, because coming into this game, they've ranked themselves 3rd for utility ADR behind OG and Mad Lions.
Well, Execute going to come in towards the A-bomb site here. Dweg, they're going to go for it again. Only 2 members at the moment. Nice with an aggressive kind of overstep. Will find his kill. It's Reds that goes down in the pit, trying to get cheeky around the smokes. And Device out in the open, trying to find heads. The scope, of course, going to help with that. He takes another, brings it into a 3 versus 2. Looking very good here. So rotations are now in the bomb, as yet to be planted, right? And as soon as it starts to go down, they'll start to encroach. There's no moto smoke to keep them at bay. Jocko's going to swing, and Jocko's going to die. Device does not miss those. And now just onto body. The in-game leader against 3. Clean onto the first, but just too many targets.
And something that we see a lot with Double Pony, because I know that we cover them a fair bit, is just look at the wildness, look at the ability from an AWPer like Afro. You have a look at NIP, look at the consistency for Device, just the way that he's posted up on that moto angle. And for Double Pony, to me, there was too much fighting going on there. Scriv. They had a 3v3, they had the opportunity of just getting the bomb down, playing out the post plant. Instead, they're all trying to peek over the top of the smokes. Exercise is getting hungry. They want to try and peek off the AWPer. And they keep fighting, they keep wide swinging out. Again, bomb's not even yet planted, and there's another swing from Jocko.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, right? They are this team that like to play things super instinctively, and also I think they do have a little bit of like, I don't know, maybe this is a bit deep, but kind of like hero complex within the team where it's, you know, someone needs to step up and be the one to find a 2 or a 3K to bail the round or to even just win the round when it's even. Whereas, you know, especially when Device moves into this NIP team, that there's got to be structure, there's got to be protocols in place for each and every scenario that goes down. Whereas Double Pony, much looser, much more like gut-based Counter-Strike, it feels like.
That might help in the best of 1 contexts, because honestly, preparing for these games are going to be difficult. You can't always get a read on what the veto might be, so you have to prepare for 3 maps every single day. That's not easy to do. 3 players over towards the top of Banana early round. Haven't seen a lot of pace from Double Pony on this T side just yet.
Yeah, definitely looking a little bit nervous. I think there is an awful lot here for them. They need to place like top 11, ideally top 10, in order to have the major in contention. That requires them to win their game, and then like I think FaZe to win theirs, something like that. Rez lining up. Oh, goodness. You can see why they are nervous. Because they just get timed on. And, yeah, that's going to sting. It always does.
Jeez, that really is just perfect. Pin precision. positioning coming through, and it's flat, it's dry. There's no util for double Pony. They line up for the M4A1S. Rez even keeping on the angle, could even drop the bomb onto body. A slight overextension, perhaps.
Maybe a little. Don't want to be giving him chances like that. Giving away the free kills. Afro on this AWP. Hoping someone walks into his crosshair. This library position at the RMR, bro, has been so common. Casted Inferno a fair amount, and like the amount of players that just kind of sit in there and have very different ways of doing it, whether it's posting up on the AWP, we'll see it from Double Pony's CT side. Afro was loving it yesterday. Or one that was really solid was Valde with the nadage. The timing on those was ridiculous. Body, speaking of, finds a ridiculous headshot, leaving it down to just Plopsky in on the site. He does well to find two, you know. The 2 versus 2 it could have been, but no, it'll be a 1-on-2 for Afro. You've talked him up. You said he's been having a cracker event. Well, we'll see. This is going to be quite the ask, of course, in a key clutch, but at the very least, he does have time to play with, able to get into a decent post plan, but I don't think you will expect both of them in Banana this fast. They're going to move in together. Not going to play the bait and switch, or misses the flick up. Doesn't even matter about that. ZIP again going to pull off another clean clutch.
What he's got difficult to face him there is he doesn't have any info, doesn't know where either player is coming from, spots out to the top of the fountain to CT, doesn't quite see anything, and Rez just started off this round so well. Players lining up, unfortunate for the T side, and we even just see the way in which Plopsky gets 2 kills. I mean, really maybe shouldn't have got that second. Do you know what I mean? When you've got 2 players that are going to peak as quickly as one another, of Afro and Body, you're expecting them to just combine, and Plopsky just does more than enough at that B side, which just sets up that retake, sets up the clutch to come in, and NIP tying up the scoreline.
Yes, indeed, very quickly as well, which is worrying stuff. Made damage. Going to take out one and set up the rest. Looking good here for the meat grinder. Good find from Jocko. Now just LNZ on the B-bomb site, but he's got support coming in. Here it arrives, the cavalry on the way. Exercise cannot root it, and he will get taken down. So just losing a 1 player there, pretty much perfect against the Pistols.
He's another player I kind of want to mention, Scriv. Some people call him Liner, some people call him LNZ. This is his second ever big LAN event, right? He played Cologne with the NIP squad. Before that, he'd only ever played local UK LANs and local Swedish LANs. This is now him starting to get a taste of what it's like. I know that he's been filling in, or at least standing in for NIP. Whether that call-up's going to turn into a contract, we'll have to wait and see. He's starting to make some good moves, and in this event, he's the 8th highest rated player, 1.29 on average. He's been doing very well.
I think it's one of the problems that they hit with ZTR, right? He's obviously gone back down to ninjas.
Yep.
He looked good, but hitting the, you know, we saw what he was capable of. Hitting it consistently was an issue. Much faster round, though, so talking over the action a little bit. 1-for-1 trade for middle, but it's the flank from Plopsky. How's he gotten away with this? Down the banana area. Nobody watching it. Nobody ready for it. Afro, though, with the quick double on the turnaround. And he's read it. He's like, hey-oh, the B-bomb site's going to be open, isn't it? However, Linus is here pretty quickly. Afro continuing with the mind games, though. Smoke goes down, nice and deep. Means Linus going to have to stick around, but actually he's moving back towards A. Meanwhile, Device is in between 2 thorns. And it's all about the timing. He's trying not to go crazy, trying not to overstep. He's just missed the jump out from Exercise there. We'll spot him now. Or... little awkward. Manages to find the first, and he read it. I think he had the information in, but even then it seemed like Device knew what was going on before it even went down.
It really looked that way, didn't it? Just try and have that trigger discipline. And what you will notice if you're the favorite team and you're up against an underdog in a really important game is you can actually bait them to be quite tunnel visioned. And in that one right there for Double Pony, no one is watching the backstab because they're so focused, right, on what's the protocol, what's the setup out from brackets, and it's the small details that get missed. And NIP just punish. Being able to take banana control without any util completely silently and walk forward, you can only do that when you're facing off against low competition. If you're up against a FaZe or you're up against another one of those tier 1 teams that's playing in this RMR, you might not be able to do it.
Yeah, this is very true. Okay. What is going on here? Goodness me. Hampus gets a double. Jocko with the jump up. I did say he's got a deagle. And he's going to show it to us. Plopsky left in the 1 versus 2. Will manage to bring it down to a 1-on-1 now. but he's very unsure of where Exercise is at. Knows that he's got the bomb. Oh, the timing! Exercise, bro! Have some confidence in yourself. Hold the angle. That way you don't get timed on and caught out in the open with your pants down, bro. Oh, my goodness. Best chance of the round. Double Pony have had for a while. Need a second after that.
Ah, it's a shame. That was a real big opportunity, and you're right about Jocko's deagle. What a shot that is. And you're probably on the money. When I think about a lot of these teams sort of in that tier 2 divisions that are playing here, your Copenhagen Flames, your Skate, your Fiend, hey, he's probably up there with the best eagles that they've got. Man's a king, doing so much damage. And I guess for an eco, it's not around victory, Scriv. It's still a lot of economical damage that could be placed on the CTs.
Yes, this is very true. This is very true. It does set them up in good stead for future rounds, quote unquote. Obviously, it depends on how the here and now goes, and NIP, it's kind of dodgy against the Deagles, especially when you push into them and give them the advantageous fights like they did in the previous. This round, I would imagine they're not going to be doing the same. Plopsky, A4. Things that make you go, He will indeed find a kill with it, but still, interesting to see.
Also, I was seeing Vitality the other day were going for quite a lot of the A4s, so maybe some of the team's still holding on. Device, is he going to get baited in from body? No, not at all. Flick comes up, 5-on-3 advantage, and no one's there from Double Pony to swing on the contact to try and get a trade back.
Yeah. Nasty shot, but again, you know, it's one of these things. It's like, for some other AWPers, maybe you do get hyped for it. For Device, you expect him to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the reaction and the thinking is very, very different. Nonetheless, it's a great shot, and it puts them into surely an unlosable position with the way that NIP have been playing at the moment. Still going to go for this B play by the looks of things. Double Pony, late smokes, late volleys. Going to be hard to deal with here on the CT side. Nice catch off from Jocko around the CT smoke as he was waiting for that all round long. It felt like still a lot more work to be done. Still another player in on B itself. Great flash comes round. Plopsky, they do line up, but he can't find them. Bomb plan at the very least will come in here. No damage dealt there by the all the same. 3 versus 2. Again, lineups are in across the board, but nobody's able to convert. It's down to Jocko and just 3 HP against 2, and they're coming from both different angles. Can't get the first. Again, they're making some of these more recent rounds competitive, but just can't convert.
And that's probably the difficult nature, again, for Double Pony, is we know that they can play good CS. We know that they've got good fundamentals. It comes down to that finesse, that extra moment of, is it quite there? And in that one, we just saw how much damage the anchors are able to do. Plopsky getting flashed in by the CT rotate, the way that Hampus and his teammate just peek on each other's contact out from CT and Coffins. 7 on the board for NIP. And Double Pony, they've got an interesting stat line coming into today's Scriv. They are second out of all teams in the RMR for winning opening duels, but 22nd when it comes to actually winning 5-on-4 rounds.
Huh. That's not the most opportune stat, is it? Not the best thing I'd like to hear.
It's got a positive and then a negative.
Yeah. Of 2 extremes. You set yourself up to win quite convincing, and a lot of teams are able to work, you know, off of that first pick, especially at the top end of the game. That's kind of crazy. Lord, maybe one they'll want to look back on. You know, what is going wrong? Do we get overconfident? Do we overstep a bit too much? You know, some wide swings on the post plant, something like this. Very weird indeed. Speaking of first picks, though, this is what we're looking for here on either side. It's going to go the way of Plopsky. He's not able to survive, though. Keen return frag from body. We'll bring it back to a 4-on-4.
And the A players have never really got aggressive, have they? We've seen a couple of moments where Device has been posted or Rez has been posted up on that short side. Exercise just hoping that he can lurk out, pull some rotates, put a molly down to that pit angle. That bomb's being trailed in from the banana position, so it does seem as if it's a slight A fake to just see if they can start pulling CTs.
Off angle here from Linus. Gonna opt against it though, with only 30 seconds left, you know, and they have some decent utility, a flash and a Molotov for the players on B. Late boost up as the smokes come over. Rez will drop the molly. You know how it goes. Yeah, gonna keep them at bay. There's not a lot of time. That buys them 6 to 7 seconds, really. So there's only gonna be like 10 seconds to get the bomb down. And if it gets dropped, oh, panic stations, it's in the smoke as well. It's dropped to the feet of the CT side. No man managed to recover it, though. Jocko goes in and out. Gets dropped again. Oh, you've got a feel for him. Double Pony just never get a chance at the post plant. Body trying to survive, and it looks like he will with the turnaround. All right. All right. But NIP, they're the ones that find the round. They don't really care how it goes as well. They've got a decent amount of cash. That will actually cost them quite a bit. So worth noting. But NIP at the moment just can't lose.
No, not at all. And even Body has just a sick 1v2. The only problem is the time has expired and there's no way that that round is winnable. Another tactical timeout coming through from Double Pony, and for them, I'm sure they'd love to be able to get sort of up the rankings ever so slightly. 62nd when it comes to the ESL World Rankings, and of course, a lot of them sort of help getting invited into the closed qualifiers and getting invited to the circuit event. So putting on a good performance here in the RMR, not only to qualify for the major itself, or at least attempt to do so, give them an in with some of these Tier 1 events.
Well, time taken. Indeed, to try and convert this first round on that Double Pony side. It's got to be frustrated. Whacking their heads against the brick wall and, you know, very nearly able to make it through. But NIP showing why they're a world-class team, why they're on top form right now.
And even moving forward into the playoffs for them, you'd have to imagine if they're able to go 5-0, that's all the momentum they need. Continue that winning streak of 7 games. Device even getting that first pick out from Mexi. They've just been able to win so many opening duels. It feels like no matter if it's mid, if it's brackets, if it's the balcony position, even if it's banana, there's so many opening fights being won by the Swedes.
Oh, little dodgy, but you can see again, confidence to just go for it. If that's online, if that's against, you know, Skade or Lindby Vikings, my guy Body goes for that swing, right? Yeah, nerves getting to them, and that just gives too much room across to NIP. Lucky trying to trade back. He's only good for the one, though. There is just a lot of timidity, it feels like. Device coming in with another kill, of course, leaving it all down to Lucky. See what he can get. As the bomb, of course, in an awkward spot. And they are more than ready. Pete comes in from the left. He can't react fast enough, and NIP move up to 9. That one a little more stress-free for them.
This streak's getting out of control. Remember, Double Pony, 1 pistol, 1 the anti-eco, 1 the conversion, and now they've lost 9 rounds in a row, where they've had 3 bomb plants, so the cash injections aren't really coming all that frequently. NIP just not really getting rocked at all. They look very settled on this CT side, even if some of the rounds have been relatively close.
Yeah, I think so, right? They've proven their worth. If every single round was one side, then it would be, you know, hard to tell, oh, can they get together in the panicky moments? And they've proven that they can do both domination and close rounds. But in comes the A-Rush. Double Pony, frustrated, trying to capitalize. You know, they play aggressive in brackets, guys. Let's go up apps. Let's try and get behind them. But NIP, once again, too savvy for that.
Double Pony just desperate at this point for a round. Try and see if they can pick onto the AWP, but it's just not going to happen at all. Another great shot coming out for Device, even re-smoking down to that boiler position. The bomb is in there and thinking about making a move forward. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're getting the full package, Scriv.
Yes, we are. Top form, top class Device. And he has both of those, of course. As the old saying goes, form is temporary, class is forever. And I mean, this guy absolutely has got it. He's had it for years. And he just plays the most beautiful Counter-Strike. He really does.
Just any time you're watching him, there's always a smile on your face, isn't it? That's always how it is. That's the feeling when you watch Device. NIP up to 10, and I'm sure they're getting pumped with these rounds, just the way that they're going, that they've now won 10 in a row. Double Pony just trying to have some sort of way in out to Banana. HE coming down onto Plopsky. Not really finding much damage at all. Advers still deals with Jocko. That's the opening man advantage again. They do pick off the AWP at least. What is going on? They've opened up B.
All right. Well, there you go. They have tried to go back to what they know, you know, the bread and butter. Let's play super aggressive. Let's play in their faces and not care that it's NIP looking world class right now. Didn't work in the previous round. It has worked into this one, though. And, you know, a 10-5 is a doable scoreline. That's what they'll be looking for at the moment. They're going to get their 4. And they might have a decent chance in, you know, just about able, I think, to put together a buy, but it's not going to be pretty from NIP.
Yeah, Rez's going to have to drop an AWP over to Device, and you'd have to imagine that if just one of these M4s drops, things will look very awkward. Double Pony aren't really that eager, though, are they? They're not going out to City Spawn, they're playing it safe, they're going down to the bottom of Banana, realise to themselves, okay, realistically, what? It's going to take us a couple of players to maybe drop one? Our economy's not that great either, so let's just work with what we've got. Let's move some sort of control forward to a 5th round, and for NIP, that's their streak over of 10 in a row.
Indeed. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually, it all coming to an end. It's maybe not going to be the small streak for Double Pony, but we'll have to see. I do like that they're going back to what they know. Play their own game. Stop playing into the hands of NIP. Stop trying to, counter strat and figure out a way to outplay them. Yeah, just go for your triple nade at the top end of Banana, bro. That's what you do again against your usual suspects, your usual opponents. Doesn't find a kill, it finds a bit of damage and, of course, gains them the control of Banana, which is something they can come back and use a little bit later on.
You will find sometimes as well, the underdog teams will try and adapt their playstyle to depending on who they're playing, rather than just playing their own game and knowing what they know best, and that's where they can sometimes get into their own heads of just not quite feeling comfortable. Exercise with this lurkout smoke to the end of the apartments. Not much A presence at all. You don't have any boiler angles, nothing really in brackets. Double Pony have not been able to get much map control on A on their normal defaults. It's been very set piece heavy to A.
Absolutely, and that's something I think NIP are more than ready with their counter flashes. It's even Hampus to set himself up. Finds the first, meanwhile out towards B. What is that? Ooh. Oh my goodness, I'm glad to be casting the LAN games again, that's for sure. Holy, that's crazy. Jocko on the backside, holding for the rotations, looking good once again. 4-on-3, making a 4-on-2. Low HP Plopsky as well. Surely not going to be doable. LNZ trying to do his best work here. It's all going to be down to him. There is a flash, I guess, for the MP9. Give it a go. Does blind up body. Trade is instant, but getting past Afro going to be tough. Going to be really tough. He's posted up, and he is more than ready. 10-5 at the turn of the half. Nice little resurgence from Double Pony, but still 10 in a row from NIP. Looking absolutely unstoppable. Let's see if they can tap back into that into half number 2.
full head. Broken bones and a bloodstained flag. Up and rode a nomadic.
All right, welcome back in, wonderful people. We are here with half number 2, of course. 10 in a row from NIP. Small resurgence from Double Pony at the end of that first half. Of course, a lot of work to be done here, and it does begin with the pistol, as it so often does.
Well, we know their pistol rounds have been strong over the course of the event for Double Pony. They were able to prove themselves in the beginning of this map. It now comes down to what is going to be found in the second. Very heavy stack in towards that A site. You've only got Lucky playing B, and with him being so defensive, Scriv, this could just be a retake 5-on-5.
Yeah, it looks like it could be that way, to be fair. He's got the Julies, though. But he wants to fight. Smoke will go down for him, but they're going to go through it. He's feeling it. Spamming with the Julies. There's a player in behind him, though. Hampus gets the catch off with all the chaos. Looking good for the Glock. To, at the very least, keep the rotations at bay. He knows that's his job, yeah. Bit of damage comes in. Someone's already yoinked the Julies. Of course, it's Device. Cheeky guy. Hampus just hoping to really put up the line. However, it is looking good across the board. Exercise, the only one to get a kill, the only one at all for Double Pony to get a kill, as NIP pick up the pistol. So, CT side, oh, I don't see them winning this force buy. That means the rifle round absolutely needs to go their way.
You'd have to imagine so, right? And we're starting to see the Julies come up more. I think Thomas on endpoint's probably been rocking them the most out of anyone in this event. And try and see if NIP can use those Julies forward if they fancy. The Double Pony not going to decide to go for any into the force buy. Just get those Deagles upgrades, some slight util here or there. I'll be keen to see just how late they can hold on to those smokes and potentially see if they can keep the round as quiet and as passive as possible for NIP. You'd have to imagine, though, for the Swedes, Scriv, that if they can convert this 17th right here, they're on victory road to take it.
Nice little flash. Body not able to find anything off the back of it, unfortunately. You would kind of assume that this is going to start to dictate the end. Ooh, unless Lucky has a bit of a flash to work with. Catches off one. Still that untraded frag from earlier on, though, that, of course, is going to make life difficult. And now, when it comes to the retake, you don't really think the pistols can get that done, right? It becomes very, very difficult. Lack of utility, lack of kits. And just kind of an inability to like pre-fire angles, etc. And the days of Jocko are numbered. He knows he's getting flanked out, but it's very difficult again to get that timing, to get that frag even. NIP rolling through the motions, looking very good.
Yeah, seems some smiles there coming out for the Swedes because they know how important this game is. Yeah, they've already sort of qualified, right? They're already going into the playoffs. It's just that you'd love to be that step further. Who doesn't want to say we went 5-0? We destroyed everyone. We completely clean sweeped our group. 4 more rounds is going to do it. And for Double Pony, you'd have to imagine that round 18 isn't going to bring much. We've got, what, a couple of P250s, a flash for Afro. I'm expecting maybe a kill. Even that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I don't think so. As I said before, losing a player in a round like this is kind of out of the question. And, well, they finish it up in about 10 seconds, was that? Very, very quickly.
That was quick. Very much so. And now you start wondering to yourself, realistically, who's going to be able to get Double Pony up to more? Who you're looking at? Afro's had some decent moments. I guess Jocko has as well. In terms of kill distribution, it actually looks very good for Double Pony, right? No one is really stepping down. Everyone's having some important rounds. The problem is there's glimpses. The consistency just isn't quite there, or at least hasn't been.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Vice cam. Nice little forehead. Indeed, as we've got them all connected in. Here we go. It's a bit intense, isn't it, some of these cams? Nice flash once again, but the timings from NIP, they're just better.
Oh, lovely.
They're just better. Ampus, of course, leading from the front. And now you save. Yeah, what other option do you have? The hunt will be on. 14 comes in. NIP just not missing. You know, as they say, these guys do not miss. Literally and figuratively right now. There you go. Finally some misses as Jocko. The real battle now begins for this guy. We'll get a double, but that's it.
Hampus Hampus is a guy too that for any of the Swedish supporters out there probably remember playing a lot with DGL, Relaxer, Freddy Frog, the Twins. You have a look at those sort of Gamer Legion, the Red Reserve lineup, the whole Uruguay, guys like that.
Play when Existence was in that lineup as well, I think. In the Gamer Legion lineup.
You know what? I think you're right. HS was there, Exist was there, Hampus, yeah. I think even Scream was a part of it, right? For a little bit? Yeah. Hey, these are rolling back the years.
Yeah, he's pulled a lot of experience, so I think. You know, Hampus is a really cool player with a very interesting career, I think, and a lot of different players, and now it kind of is all coming to a head as he gets to work with one of the greats in the form of Device, right? And I think that the two of them at the moment are putting together a really great team. Not necessarily against the odds, but you've got to think there's a lot of young guns here, a lot that have had awkward kind of times. You know, Rez was looking really strong when the rest of the NIP side were kind of falling apart at the seams, and they were like, okay, not for us anymore. Let's go and join up with some older teammates, start a new project. He was left a little bit out to dry in a sense. And then, of course, LNZ, young gun, super young gun, and he's fitting in. He's fitting in, like we said before. They struggled with ZTR in that sense. So I think the NIP project the past kind of 12 to 18 months has been really cool.
Even up to this brackets take for Double Pony, they're just kind of out of position. Afro passive, rotation in from CT for a couple of players coming in. It's going to have to come down to this first contact. NIP aren't slowing down.
No, sir. Picking up the pace, if anything. 2 quick kills coming in for Rez and Hampus. Nice find from Afro in on the site, but it leaves him exposed. His body inside the arch smoke to take out Hampus. All right, here we go. It looks like they've got themselves a decent enough chance at the 2 versus 2. Kind of to save the game, to be honest with you folks. No kit available. Great little flash, but Device, the patience, oh, it nearly paid off. He went for the tip of the head shot. Not going to get it, but it's LNZ. Holding down. Looking good. Exercise by himself. Vague information, but as the smoke goes down, Device is more than ready for it. Easy peasy, say NIP.
Shame for Exercise, because you got to back yourself in that one. I love that he didn't just save and just try and bring the weapon into the next. You have to give yourself that gut feeling, all right, we can make something happen. And he's a guy for this Double Pony side, I think is great in multi-kill situations, probably needs some more time at this sort of level to work with the team and really mold a good player out of him. NIP, though, they haven't taken their foot off the gas after they were 0-3 down, have they?
No, not at all. Not at all. Little mishaps here and there, but nothing too substantial. Nothing that really worries them. And I think they knew coming onto their team side once they start to control things a little more that it was going to be an easy ride. Poney, mollied out. Flash comes in for him. And this time they're able to find success off the back of it. We've seen an awful lot of solid flashes from Double Pony, but not able to convert, not able to find anything on the way out. Nearly gets tagged up, but there you are. A solid opener, and it hangs in the balance, especially with this AWP playing contact. Goodness me, Device. Uncharacteristically aggressive, will get taken down. So now the 5-on-3, this looks very promising.
Now, even for Afro, is he going to get checked? LNZ's probably thinking to himself, I need to make a play, open up some space towards his long side, deal with that MP9. It's just a bait and switch. Afro can swing out. Easy pick for the Deagle. And now for NIP, they've got to work a 2v5 into this B side. This looks rough.
Yeah. Looks like an unwinnable round, you would say. Comes a question of doing damage, getting the bomb plant for future rounds. Here. Oh, MP9 exercise blinded off. Ooh, I think he's just caught the player moving in towards CT. Not quite fast enough to deny things away. Botsky's fallen a bit too soon, though. That's the bomb as well with only 20 seconds. To break into the bomb site and work with him. Not going to happen. Down he goes through the smoke. And there you have it. Double Pony, they will stay alive a little while longer. And it all becomes what we've talked about a few times in these particular games, these particular one-sided scenarios. It becomes a learning experience, right? Yeah. Think about the rounds. Play them out as though you were still in with a winning chance. You know, every single round matters, that kind of thing. And then take that, your LAN experience, walk away. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but go back and have a look at some of these rounds that you win against the world-class team.
For Double Pony, just about surviving, really. Even if they don't make it to OT, survive for another 3 rounds, 4 rounds, get it to double digits, keep it tight. Afro, I like the confidence. Go for something ballsy, something aggressive. Could get caught off. No! The fight goes the other way. At least the trade is instant.
Indeed. It is nice to see Double Pony with a little bit of proactivity, though, Dweg. I'm a big fan of that, of course. Minute and 20 left on the clock here. Rotation coming through as they've got the one man in the form of Body at the top end of Banana. So it will be a 3-man A play for the CT side. Execute over the top. They will follow up on this as well on that NIP side of things. But slowly, not rushing in and not going for the wrap. It's all a fake out. They'll move through short. They'll contact their way down. Jocko with a wide swing. Catches one. Traded. Lucky at the back end of the site. Hiding away. Good for one. Maybe need another one out of him here. At the very least, he needs to stay alive and buy time for the rotations. Nice little flash. At least he gets him a reposition, not quite able to find the frags just yet. 2 versus 3 still in play, I say. And then, of course, Exercise drops Hampus. 1 on 3 for Device, and I don't think he fancies it.
Get out of there. Bring the AWP into the next round. Plopsky's got money. Hampus has got money. Rez is relatively low. LNZ's going to be able to buy himself, so still be able to get an investment forward. That whole round just came down to time wasting, didn't it? And lucky on that default position. I know that you only got 1 frag, but just the way that he's using the util, he's doing a lot of jiggle peeking, buying time for Body, the B player, to get into Arch side. And eventually, when Exercise finds that final pick, it's like, right, Device, save onto the AWP, bring it into the next round. Double Pony, find their 7th.
Yeah, still a long road ahead. You know, you've got 8 more to go here, and against a team like this, it's going to be very difficult to keep up with no mistakes. We'll just about be able to buy. I think Rez maybe receiving a drop from somewhere. No, not going to be the case. So just on the deagle. Not ideal, but definitely workable for NIP at this point. And maybe we lose another one, and then we'll see a timeout come in. But right now, not sweating on that NIP side.
No, not yet. You'd have to imagine so. Double Pony, trying to see if they can continue working opening picks. Hampus going very aggressive up from Banana, and well, he gets punished for his over-aggression in the early round. Nice pick to start off from Afro, finding some form now.
Yeah, not bad at all, and he's going to go on high as well. A difficult angle to deal with. Nearly finds the shot on Device. I think those bullets were through his legs. Either way, it's the 5-on-4. Lucky and absolutely devastating. A couple weird nades in hand. Device with the quick reaction, but it's still retaining that man advantage as they move into this A hit. Rotation through from Body. Crack angle of Jocko. Can't find the kill, but it's info. It's damage. His confidence again. Body finds his kill. Exercise nearly getting his. Looking very good indeed. Just Plopsky against 4. I think now, maybe not panic stations, but perhaps we need to start looking at plan B or plan C. Timeout going to be required. Plopsky, unfortunately, not given an easy fight. And Double Pony playing that very well to find number 8.
They've got some good weapons behind them, don't they? They've got the double orbs, double AKs. Be happy with that. We know that for Double Pony, they actually don't mind the double big greens. Lucky, normally double orbs. Doesn't do a massive amount of it on Inferno. It's normally Body, considering he's the B anchor. So, depending on the map that they play, Double Pony don't mind chucking the second big green around.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not something they want to keep up with, because it will eventually, I think, get anti-stratted.
Potentially.
For now, especially against the pistols, it can be pretty effective. Oh, Molly's not reached in. Hampus biding his time. They're trying to bait it out. Oh my goodness, Hampus with the crack angle shot. And now in comes the boys. Body sticking around on the AWP. Able to take him down. Able to just about get the flash to buy some space here. But they've got the utility. They've got the moves that they need. Body finds another. Maybe one more for us. Yes, indeed. P250 is not going to save him. But the damage and, of course, the time bought there. Does Double Pony keep it rolling?
Hey, you might be anti-stratting that, Scriv, but my goodness, if your double AWP can do sequences like that, then maybe it's worth it. What a great round out from Body. Exercise frustrated, potentially, knowing how he just got domed out from that log position. And for Body, he had good counter utility. You saw the teammates coming in on rotation, trying to support with the util. Playing out from Nubox, he just continues doing damage.
Indeed. Domed. Love it. Very Australian of you, sir.
What would you say, Scriv? What would be like the UK alternative to don't?
Maybe banged.
Bang.
Clap. You know? Clap.
Yeah.
Clap,
Yeah.
maybe. Claps is quite a good one at the moment that I'm enjoying. You know. Maybe a few others that I can't say on stream. So, cheated against, maybe? I suppose that depends on which.
Yeah.
Does depend on which UK resident.
Ooh, I like this.
Ooh,
nice.
Geez. Lovely little idea. You know, you get the smoke down, and that's always going to be a false sense of security, especially early on in the round. You know, you see that smoke come down, you're like, okay, they're just playing to block us out, maybe going for a free cross, doesn't want to risk getting tagged, but no, he's going to push through it. Poney, meanwhile, in the apps, are you kidding? Like, who expects the AWP on that angle? Really beautiful stuff.
They're playing with some creativity, Scriv, and I'm liking it on this comeback. They're starting to do the odd sort of aggressive swing here or there. They know their patience, though. Yeah, they've got a 5v3. All right, we don't need to make those kind of plays anymore. Hold our advantages, play the numbers game. And for NIP, they're struggling to close out here on T-side.
Playing a bit too contact heavy against AWPs, bro. It's just not going to work. These AWPs are ripping them apart. Wow. What a round, to be fair, from Double Poney. It would have been great to see some of this confidence on their T side. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, and all that. But all the same, it could have been a hell of a lot closer. Still talking about it as though NIP are going to win. But the gap is closing. Opsky with a nice shot on towards body. Nice to pick up the damage. Nice to make sure those CTs, which, you know, indeed, their economy not running away as yet. It is very cool to make sure that they keep buying, get rid of the AWP. Love it so far. However, winning the round, of course. Ooh, still not looking too good. He'll go down to the flames. It's nice to get a second. And like we say, deny that AWP away. They actually, they could go for it. Will cost them a lot. But I don't think it really matters at this point. Sure, getting nice, clean rounds on the comeback is always good. But so long as they're getting them, that's all they care about.
Well, the last team that took 10 rounds away from NIP went on to take 14, and that was Skade when it was that 16-14 overpass. So they're putting on a good show here, Double Poney. They're really starting to close in the gap, and pressure starting to build. NIP, what can they do up against this run boost? Afro thinking about making another aggressive play out to the other side of the apartments rather than bedroom.
Yeah, this is where you've got to be careful, though, right? Because you might start to overstep. Linus, Shadow going to be spotted as he just not even jiggle peeks. Some weird monstrosity kind of peek. Those very scary to see him on the X-ray, just edge and edge and edge and edge. Either way, looking good here against the pistols. 2 kills coming in scot-free. Will be a bit of utility returned as they're going to try and indeed dish out the damage and get the bomb down. Oh, it's in the smoke. And it will be body to come out on top. Not a single point of damage. It's pretty good signs. I want to see a timeout here, NIP, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, it's starting to present itself as a potential choke, isn't it? When you have a look at the lead they built up, the way they've been on 15 for a very long time now, and Double Poney, they're working hard, getting it closer and closer. 4 rounds to OT. It doesn't seem impossible. NIP, though, they've got themselves, what, 2, maybe 3, depending on how many bomb plants they get of good buys left in them. Double Poney, they're working these double orbs. They're getting a lot of opening man advantages.
Yes, indeed, and well, looking to do so again. Body chimes in, takes out Hampus. Really digging deep right now, and the in-game leader reinventing himself. Now he's got a bit of an AWP in his back pocket as well. Wonderful stuff. 5 on 2. And the issue here, Dweg, is not just the fact that Double Poney are bringing it back, in which they're winning the rounds, man. These are looking very one-sided, aren't they?
Yeah, Lucky's going to have to get some assistance because he's the B player and he's only on 4 points of health. So we will see at least a boost up to the flower pots area. Rez and LNZ, I don't even know if they'll check this on the B exec exercise starting to move forward. Be able to smoke off the top of Banana. Yeah, these AWPs are finding so much impact. These last 5, 6, 7 rounds or so, Double Poney, they're starting to come alive.
In a big way. In a big, big way. Oh, man. Say what you will about the best of ones, it always feels like the stakes are insanely high. And anything truly is possible. And in this round, Rez looking set to get the catch on the half. LNT takes out Lucky on high. Will find Exercise. Man coming in. Eats a pretty good nade there, though. I think that might just have thwarted his chances, but we'll see. In and around his own smoke, the youngster, who is impressed continually, comes close to finding another, but it will not happen. Double Poney, that feels like the closest round they've actually had in quite some time. NIP now, I think you do start to hit the panic button at this point.
Yeah, that's the 7th round in a row now coming through for Double Poney, and it's the first one in those 7 that NIP have had a post plant. So that really does show, like you were mentioning there, Scriv, felt like one of the closest rounds we've had in a while. He even started off so well. Body, he's playing with so much freedom, so much confidence, and I guess when you are on a comeback train, when you're down by just such a crazy margin, you start thinking to yourself, you know what, it's do or die. So that risk that maybe we wanted to play in the last game, but we were too nervous to do it, just do it. If you fancy going for one of those aggressive peaks to win out an opening duel, back yourself in those situations. And Afro and Body have done exactly that these last handful of rounds.
Ill timing on the timeout, maybe, if you ask me. I'm not going to lie to you. But they will indeed go for it. 3 rounds, the difference. I mean, it's probably going to be 2 because we're on a half buy here. Nail-biting stuff. Kind of on the edge of your seat, I'm sure, if you are a Double Poney fan here. Maybe as well, if you're keeping up with other situations, you kind of know the bad news. But in this particular game, they just want to go for it. They just want to take the overtime and show NIP that they are not invulnerable. They are not immortal. It just takes a big horse. Bit more work to be done yet, though.
Yeah, they're getting closer and closer, and you can feel tension starting to really come through. Double Poney, it's all about these opening man advantages, and they've been converting a lot of them. Something that I sort of mentioned earlier was how they've had a great conversion rate of opening kills, not so much of actually winning the round. And now just working round after round, streak after streak. NIP got the hero AK. I like the sort of extra added bonus and quite quick in the brackets.
Very speedily moving through. Oh my goodness, Jocko. How's he only got 1? Suppose there was a bit of assistance in from Afro, nonetheless. It does indeed get a bit tense in towards the A-bomb site. Only the one player, he's missed the shot, and they will capitalize. 3 versus 3. Weapons recovered now. Bomb plant going down before the retake, is even in any kind of flow. They're all coming from Arch. They're all coming from Long. No presence in the apartments. No presence towards Short. They will try and go for that, of course, because these Moto smokes are so bloody annoying. It's harder, I think, to move in from Short, especially later on once it's all set up. Flash up the top. Device going to go with the old classic. Seats back in. Will move away because of the Molotov, but my goodness, he's so crisp. He will be traded out. 2 versus 2 now for Plopsky, and now just Body cannot keep it going. Rez finds the double, and that's the issue, folks. With such a hefty lead, you feel like the crumble eventually